Punk swears that he had nothing to do with it, and says he's not going to give Ryback a rematch, and blah, blah, blah. He just rambles on. Mick Foley comes out, which actually I was a little bit excited about. I love Mick Foley. I'm a huge Mick Foley mark. Always have been, always will be. I love Mick. And he comes out, and like all of a sudden, Survivor Series, Team Punk versus Team Foley. I'm sitting there going, what? Wait a minute.
Well, to set this up a little bit, Foley comes out and basically says, Punk, I've got a bone to pick with you. I don't think of you as much of a man anymore. And the reason why is because last month Foley came out and gave his big tripe speech and basically told Punk that he had an opportunity to set himself up as a legend with this Hell in a Cell match, and he didn't take opportunity to do that. Instead, he kind of took a coward's way out. And because of that, Foley's, pissed off at him and, said he completely disrespected the tradition of Hell in a Cell. To which Punk comes back, well, you want tradition? We got Survivor Series coming up. How about we have a traditional Survivor Series match? You pick your guys and I pick my guys, and I'll have fun kicking your ass.
Yep. And at this point, Chris has already lost interest in what the hell's going on. It's like we can't even have Raw anymore. It's not Raw, it's the preview to the pay-per-view. That's all it fucking is. And I understand that from a business point of view, but for Christ's sweet sake, let us have Raw.
Yeah.
We just had a pay-per-view less than 24 hours ago. Let me have my goddamn show on Monday night. Then you can start plugging for the next pay-per-view.
Well,
it's in 20 fucking days. We don't even have 3 weeks. The next pay-per-view is in 20 goddamn days. We're already plugging for it because we can't have 2 minutes to have Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I agree. And as much as I like Hell in a Cell, we really could have done without the pay-per-view. So we could have had a slower build up to Survivor Series. I would have really liked that, but that's something I've ranted about too many times over the years. I'm just wasting my breath on it again. Still, that said, I am kind of interested in the traditional Survivor Series match because simply of the fact that I think that's what the show should be built on, is a bunch of traditional Survivor Series matches. Instead, we're only going to get one, and most likely it's not going to be the main event. So then all of a sudden, AJ kind of snaps. They start the hair pulling and the swinging, and all of a sudden, AJ rolls up Beth Phoenix for a pin. And that's it. And Vicky Guerrero comes out, says AJ didn't do a good enough job, restart the match. Beth Phoenix goes and hits the glam slam on her to get the win. And then a couple minutes later backstage, Vicky says Beth did a bad job. Vicky doesn't have time to save her and fires her right on the spot. That's it. After, I can't even remember how many years Beth Phoenix has been in the company. That's her goodbye? Really?
Yeah. That's just, I ranted last night about screw jobs. So I'm not going to rant again tonight about screw jobs. I'm just going to say I am sick to death of the screw jobs. This was the ultimate fuck you to Beth Phoenix. And she deserved so much more than this.
Yeah, absolutely did. Especially,
sorry, go ahead.
Especially when you consider the Bella twins, who really, I don't have the greatest respect for. I have some respect for them as professional wrestlers and trying to be divas in WWE, but their last year in the company was just completely lackluster. They never really did anything particularly impressive or great as far as women's wrestling goes, or even as divas go, and they got a way better send-off than Beth Phoenix did.